And we are indeed rolling up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky. And the thumb. Good morning, Richard. Down to the wrists. Up to the knuckles and across. Taketh the ball into one hand and squeeze. And then the other. Back to the first. And the other. We go around the back. Switch. 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 Hinge at the waist, go through the legs. Switch. 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 Put the ball on the floor. Assess how the feet feel. Step on the ball in the middle of the foot and press down 3 times. Press on the knuckles 1 time each. Roll across the knuckles. Roll across the top of the heel. Put the ball just below the ball of the foot and press down at the side of the top of the heel and in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release, reassess. Repeat on the other foot 3 times in the middle. Knuckles. Roll across. Roll across the top of the heel. Press in the 3 spots. Roll down the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release, get the ball out of the way. Reassess the feet. And it's time for some good mornings. And shake the tree. 3, 2, 1, center. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center with ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine, stepping out and up, gather starlight. And center, gather from the other side. Center, take some steps forward. And then knee towards the opposite elbow. Slap the opposite heel in the front. And then behind. And then a cross step with a twist and a punch. And then walk, or march, or jog. So it's back to Zach Bush's 4, with or without something in your hands. And some rolling after class. I'm going to run this morning. Whatever you do, be safe. Look at what you're doing. We get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. 10, 20, and 30. Two breaths. Interlace fingers, bring the hands up overhead. Reach up on your toes if you can. And come on down, bend back if you can. Back to center, bend to one side. And then the other. Come back to center. Lower the hands to the chest, push out. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back, raise the hands up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And if you can, go a little higher. Come on down and shrug. Roll the shoulders back. And forward. Extend the arms, rotate. Go the other way. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Bring one arm across, press in. Ooh, a little paint on the elbow. And then the other. Behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. Form a W, squeeze the shoulder blades together and hold. Release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. And then put your fists on your temples and bring the elbows back and forth. Come on down with the arms and rotate at the neck. Go the other way. Nod. and go ear to shoulders. Bring your hand over your head, cup your ear, look up, tug gently. And then chin towards the collarbone, keep tugging. Go the other way, looking up. And down. Come back to center, tuck in the chin and pack like a pigeon. And then let's grab a stick. You want to put the stick out in front, toes about 6 inches apart, drop the stick to the collarbone, slide down, lift the sole and wiggle if you can. Press the sole of that foot against the stick. And then repeat with the other leg. Hamstrings. And calf. Back to center. Booyah stick. Flip flops. Big circles out. Bring it in. Go laterally. Go the other way. And bring it behind the back in the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. Bend back if you can. Bring the stick up to your shoulders. Twist the torso, keep the head and hips facing forward. Bring the stick up over the head, below the waist. Back up, behind, and down if you can. Keep it at the shoulders and push out. And then down to one side, hands out or near the top, swing behind. Go to the other side and repeat. And then bring the stick to the middle, hold on with two hands, one hand or a finger or two at the top. Come back onto the fifth metatarsal, create an arch as you dig your toes into the ground and hold. And then rock towards the first and back towards the fifth. Keep rocking, toes scrunched. And then stop, bring the stick to one side. Come up on the toes of the other foot. You can stay here or lift the foot if you can, move it if you can. Lift the stick if you can, and move it if you can. Three, two, one, bring that foot down, stick on the other side. Come up on the toes, stay here if you need to. Lift the foot if you can. Move. And the stick. Three, two, one, come on down. Put the stick down. If you're putting something in your hands, grab it. Grab them. 4 moves. Squats. Front lifts. Around the clock outside or through the middle. And a press. We're going to start with squats, move it around in sequence. We're going to go faster each round, 3 rounds, 10 each. Starting now. Breath. Raises. Breath. On the clock. Breath. Presses. And take a couple of breaths. Gonna move squats into number 2. Start with the front raises. In 3, 2, 1. Squats. %50 there. Around the clock, I'm going through the middle. Breath. And presses. All right, 2/3 of the way there. Take some breaths. Squats go into number 3. And we're going to go a little bit faster yet. In 3, 2, 1. Breath. I'm going to do 5 and 5 on the around the clock. Breath. Squats. And presses. And that's it. Well done. Grab or gather your breath. This week we're doing Leonard Orr's natural high. 4 quick ones in through the nose, filling the chest cavity. And then 1 big deep inhale, slower exhale. 4 rounds, total of 20 breaths. Sit down if you feel lightheaded at all doing this. And we'll go in 3, 2. Rub the hands. Big cheese. form a chi ball. And the center, 2 breaths. Let's open our hearts. Pause on this inhale, exhale, send it out. And center, 2 breaths. Bring down chi from above. Gather it from below.
Many
All
thanks.
right. Thank you, Nina. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Hope you feel better.
Take care.
Okay, take care. Richard, I'm going to do some rolling. We're going to grab a ball, grab a roller, and get on the floor. I'm going to start with the ball, the roller, and going to do the upper body, putting the ball underneath the trapezius on one side and rolling around to find that tender spot or a tender spot. That will work on. If you have more time, you can come back and do other tender spots in the same area, but let's stick to one now. And when you find it, press into it, breathe into it. And then move over to the rear deltoid, back of the shoulder. And do the same. There we go. And then do the trapezius on the other side. And the shoulder on that side. Rear deltoid. Three, two, one, release. Get the ball over to the side, grab the roller and bring it to the middle of the back. Middle of the rib cage. And we're gonna roll from the middle of the rib cage to the bottom of the rib cage, not below, and back to the middle section. Back and forth. And then from the middle of the rib cage to just above the shoulders and back. To the middle. And then bring the roller to the hairline. And move your head back and forth, side to side, assessing flexibility, any stiffness, any pain that you might feel. Make a note of it. And then stay to the right and do 4 circles in both directions. And then nod. Then go facing the left side and do 4 circles in both directions. And nod. Then bring the head to the middle, make sure the roll is still right at the hairline there, and do 8 figure eights, starting in one direction for 4, and in the other direction for the other 4. And then nod. And then go left to right with the ears again, assessing where you've gained in flexibility, hopefully. How the pain level is, as opposed to before, if there was any. And that'll do it. All good? All right, great to see you. Hope to see you tomorrow.